Sorry, bear with me a little bit. It's my second full class, but just trying to remember everything. So we can start to notice our breath. Notice the fall and rise of your ribs. Noticing each inhale and exhale. Good. Starting to kind of deepen the breath here. Inhaling through the nose. Deep inhale as you expand the ribs. And then exhale out the mouth. Good. Take another inhale here. And exhale, notice the belly button falling back towards the spine. Good. On your inhale, you can open your eyes. We'll interlace the fingers and then swoop forward and then up, coming to a full body stretch here. Reach your fingertips towards the ceiling. You can inhale here. And then exhale, hands out to the side, reaching to both sides of the rooms. Bring your fingertips back towards your body. Feeling the inside line of your arm start to wake up. Good. Inhale here. And then exhale your left hand down to the mat. Reach your right fingertips over to the other side of the room. Notice how each inhale, it opens up the side body. You can inhale here. And exhale your top hand down to the mat. Both fingertips facing to the side of the room. Inhale, tense up on your fingertips. And then exhale, walk hand over hand, coming back to center. Bring your fingertips right out in front of you, keeping them tented up. And then let your head fall between your shoulders. Maybe swaying from side to side. Good. Inhale, walk your hands back towards your hips, sitting back straight with a neutral spine. Roll your shoulders back in circles. But take a deep inhale, bring both shoulders up towards your ears. Really squeeze them up there. Then exhale, your shoulder blades down your back. Good. Inhale, interlace your fingers and reach forward and then up. Exhale, hands out to the side, reaching the palms to the sides of the room. Good. This time you're exhaling your right hand down to the mat, bringing your left fingertips over to the side of the room. Keeping your chest open instead of bringing it down. Try to keep it open towards the ceiling. Then exhale, both fingertips down to the mat. Inhale, tense up on your fingertips. Look towards the side of the room. Then exhale, walk hand over hand, coming back to the center. One more time to sway back and forth here. Coming back up to center. Bring both knees in towards your chest. You can remove your pillow if you have that there. And then come down onto your back, bringing your knees with you into your chest. Give yourself a tight squeeze here, forming yourself into a tight ball. And then start to rock and roll up the length of your mat. Your hands are behind your thighs, supporting them. Massaging out your whole back. And then when you're ready, cross your ankles, Coming up to a tabletop position. You're going to place your hips directly above your knees. Your wrists are coming right underneath your shoulders. Neutral spine here. Keeping the crown of your head forward. We'll match our movement to our breath. So on your inhale, drop the belly button down, look towards the front of the room. Bring your chin up. Exhale, round the back, tilt the tailbone under, and tuck your chin. Good, inhale, drop the belly button. Expand the ribs. Exhale, round the back. Letting all of the air out. Good, take this a few more times at your own breath. Waking up the spine. Good, and then coming back to neutral. You're going to send the left toes back behind you. Bring your right fingertips straight out in front, moving into a bird dog. Lift those left toes off the mat. Really engage your core here, bringing your belly button in and up towards your spine. Hold it here, engaging the entire back line of your body. And then exhale, knee to elbow, crunching it in. Good, inhale, reach it out long. And then exhale, bringing it in. Take this 3 more times at your own pace. Really slow and controlled movements. Squeezing the muscles at the top of the movement. On your last one, placing your hand back down to the mat. Knee comes back to meet your other, and then send your right toes long this time. Left fingertips come out in front of you. Lift those right toes off the mat and hold it here for a few moments. Keeping the crown of the head facing forward. Try to keep your hips in line with one another. Maybe shooting energy out of the back heel. Good, exhale, bring knee to elbow. Inhale, reach it out long. Exhale, coming to center. Inhale, expand the ribs. Take this 3 more times at your own pace. Really focusing on keeping your breath with your movement. Good. Once you've had 3 of those, you can bring your toes to touch behind you. You can send your knees out wide, and then send your hips to your heels, bringing your hands out in front of you for child's pose. Letting your forehead rest on the mat. Good, we'll start to deepen the breath in this position. So on your inhale, expand the ribs out to the sides. Feel them push into your thighs. Then exhale, bring it back to center. Good, inhale, expand the ribs. And then exhale, out the mouth. Really making your breath audible here. The best part about virtual yoga is that you don't have to feel judged because you're in your own home. So I really encourage you to make this practice yours. Take 1 more clearing breath here. Exhale, side out the mouth, open, audible breath. On your inhale, coming back up to your tabletop position. Tuck your back toes under and lift your knees off the mat, holding it here, about an inch off the mat. Engage your core. Keep your head and neck in line with your spine. And then keep breathing. Holding it here for 3. Moving into down dog in 2. And 1. Send your hips high. Moving into that upside triangle pose, downward facing dog. Take some time here to bend into both knees, pedaling it out. And then firming up our foundation. Hands are about shoulders width distance. Feet are about hips width distance. And then send your heels to the back of your mat. Tilt your hips up towards the ceiling. And then push away with all fingertips. Let your head hang heavy. Good. On your next inhale, shoulders over wrist, high plank pose. Moving into our chaturanga. We'll slowly lower. You can bring your knees down and untuck your toes. On your exhale, slowly lowering, bending your elbows back, keeping them at your sides. Inhale, bring your chest up and forward, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck your back toes and send your hips back high for downward facing dog. Good. On your next inhale, the right toes will go long behind you, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrist, hold it here. Inhale, right toes high. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Drop your back knee, hook your thumbs and rise. Exhale, both hands to the mat, frame your front foot and step forward. Inhale, halfway lift here. Flat back. Exhale, plant the hands. Inhale, circling the arms overhead, coming all the way up to standing. And then exhale, prayer through the heart center. Inhale, circling overhead. And then exhale, plant the hands back down, forward fold. Step both feet back to your high plank pose. Exhale, lowering all the way down. You can bring your knees down if you want, keeping your elbows at your sides. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, send your hips back high. Inhale, the left toes long. Exhale, shoulders over wrist, knee to nose, hold it here. Inhale, the left toes long. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Drop the back knee, hook your thumbs and rise. Exhale, hands down to the mat and step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, circling the arms overhead, coming all the way up to standing. And then exhale, prayer through the heart center. Good. Inhale, reach out and then up. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step your feet back to high plank pose to move through your chaturanga. Option to keep the knees lifted, engaging a little bit more of your core and your leg muscles. Good, moving into our second round of sun salutations. Right leg goes high. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Drop the back knee, hook your thumbs and rise. This time opening up your arms for cactus. So making a T with your arms, reaching your chest forward, opening up the front of the chest. Good, inhale, reach your hands overhead. Exhale, plant the hands and step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, reaching the arms overhead. And then exhale, prayer through the heart center. Inhale, overhead, circle arms up. And then exhale, take up space as you forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift to prepare. And then exhale, plant the hands, stepping back to move through your floor. Make this your own. Inhale, the left toes go long. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Drop the back knee, hook your thumbs and rise. Opening up the arms, cactus. Good, take an inhale here. Exhale, sink a little bit lower. Good, inhale, see your arms overhead. Then exhale, plant the hands and step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, circle the arms overhead, coming all the way up. Then exhale, hands through the heart center. Inhale, take up space, circle the arms overhead. Then exhale, forward fold, melt down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift, prepare. Exhale, plant the hands and step back to move through your flow. Always an option to just meet us in downward facing dog. Good, when you're ready, start to walk your hands back to meet your feet. So you're at the back of your mat now. Bring your feet to touch. Then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, sink your hips low. Arms are coming high for your chair pose. Good, hold it here. Reaching your arms overhead. Sink your hips lower. Bring your shoulders away from your ears. Good, inhale one more time. And then exhale, fold forward. Separate your feet about hips width distance. And then bring both arms to opposite elbows for ragdoll, forward fold. Really letting your head hang heavy, creating space in each vertebrae. Option to sway back and forth. And know that your knees can stay bent to any degree, as long as you're feeling a stretch in your hamstrings, the back side of your thighs. Good, heel toe your feet back to touch. Then inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, send your hips low. Arms are gonna come high for your chair pose. Exhale, prayer through to heart center. This time we're twisting over to the left. So sorry if my left and right are different than yours. Hooking your left elbow, your right elbow on the outside of your left knee. And then push into both palms, really opening the chest over to the side. Almost like you're scooping your ribs underneath. Good, inhale, come back to center, taking that on the other side. So twisting over, keep your knees in line with one another, maybe check down at your toes, and then scoop that bottom rib underneath. Good, inhale, come back to center, sink it just a little bit lower, and then exhale, hands down to the mat. Straighten both legs and forward fold. Good job. Take some time here to walk it back out to your downward facing dog. Feel some time to bring your knees down to the mat for a quick child's pose or grab a drink of water. When you get to your child's pose, take a quick 3 breath check-in. Notice any changes that occurred in your breath from the start of class. Take one more deep inhale here. And then exhale out the mouth. Inhale, coming back up to your tabletop position. We're going to play around with a little bit of balancing in our bird dog. So send your left toes long behind you. Reach your right fingertips out in front. Lift your left toes off the mat. And then see if you can reach around, grabbing your left foot with your right hand. Balancing on one knee and one hand. If you do make that connection, see if you can kick into your hand. Good. Exhale, bringing both hand and foot back to the mat. Taking that on the other side. Right toes go long behind you, left fingertips reach out in front. Bring your right leg up. Kick your foot back towards your bottom, and then reach your left fingertips back behind you. It's okay if you don't make that connection. We're working more on the balance aspect. Even if you're just reaching towards that foot. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, both hands and knee to the mat. Tuck your back toes under and meet us in downward facing dog. Take some time here to pedal it out. Good. Inhale, your right toes go long. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Inhale, reach your arms overhead for crescent lunge. So sinking the hips low while keeping that back knee lifted up towards the ceiling. Strong back leg. Good. Inhale, reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, bring your arms out. Swivel your back heel down. Coming into your warrior two. Deep bend in the front knee. And then send your hips low. Good. Reach both arms out long. Bring your shoulders away from your ears. Take a few breaths in this pose. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Right fingertip comes high. Then exhale, windmill the arms down to the mat. Frame your front foot. Left fingertips stay on the mat. Your back heel pops up. And then lift your right fingertips high. Coming into a low lunge twist. Exhale, both hands down to the mat. Bring your back leg in just a little bit. Moving into a pyramid pose. So straightening both legs as much as you can to your degree. And then letting your head hang heavy, maybe looking up towards your belly button. Good, we're going to be moving into standing splits. We'll take a few bends to the front knee to prepare. So bend the front knee and look forward. Exhale, straighten and fold. Inhale, bend the front knee and look forward. And then slowly start to lift those back toes off of the mat. Notice how my standing leg is pretty bent so that I can use my hands as a support. And then reach those back toes to the back of the room. Instead of trying to lift it high, see if you can reach it back. When you feel like you've got a good foundation, you can start to straighten that standing leg to your degree. And then let your head hang down. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, curtsy squat, coming down to a low squat. And then send your left toes back behind you. This time we're going to swivel around to the left side of our mat, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. You have some time here to bend into both knees. Maybe play around if you are an inversion person. Playing around with going onto your hands. Make this your own time. You have about a minute here to just play around. If you're looking for a nice chest opener, you can interlace your fingers behind your back. Let your head hang heavy, and then reach your fingertips forward. Good, wherever you are, come back to center in your wide-legged forward fold. Slowly walk your hands, swiveling back towards your front foot. Step your right toes back behind you, coming into your high plank pose. And then slowly lower down all the way to your mat. Good, we're gonna work on waking up the back line of the body. So you can bring your arms to cactus out to the sides of your mat, keeping the crown of your head forward and in line with the rest of your spine. We're going to slowly start to inhale with all of the limbs off the mat. Kind of moving into a Superman. And then exhale, hands down. Inhale, reaching up, really squeezing the back line of the body. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, lower. Take this 5 more times at your own pace. Each inhale lifts you off the mat. Each exhale brings you down. Good, you can bring your hands back underneath you. Push yourself back up to your downward facing dog. Take some time here to pedal it out. On your next inhale, the left toes go long. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Keep the back knee lifted. And then raise your arms for crescent lunge. Just gonna switch sides. Good, reaching the arms long towards the ceiling. And sink your hips just a little bit lower. Exhale, swivel the back heel down. Reach both arms out, warrior two. Good, inhale, reverse your warrior. Then exhale, windmill the arms down to the mat, frame your front foot. Left fingertips go high towards the ceiling this time. Keeping that back leg reaching up towards the ceiling. Exhale, both hands down to the mat. Bring your back foot in. Straighten both legs and fold down. Take some time here to center back to your breath. Maybe bring your gaze towards your belly button to let your head hang heavy. Good. Inhale, bend the front knee and look forward. Exhale, straighten both legs and fold. Inhale, bend the front knee, look forward. And then exhale, raise those right toes off the mat, coming into your standing splits on the other side. You find that you're opening your hip to the side, see if you can drop your right hip down in space just a little bit. Good, take one inhale here. And then exhale, curtsy squat. Bring your knee in towards your chest. Send your right toes back for a low lunge. Good, this time planting both hands. Step your left toes back. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Good, take some time here to pedal it out before we start to slow it down. On your next inhale, slowly start to walk yourself up to meet your hands. And then drop your hips low. So you're at the top of your mat here. I'm just gonna face you guys. Send both legs long out in front of you. Reach your arms high towards the ceiling. And then as you start to fold forward, think about tilting your hips forward and keeping your chest reaching towards your feet. When you're ready, you can bring your palms to face up. And then let your head fall. Moving into a passive forward fold. If this doesn't feel great on your knees and you want to bring your feet to touch, you can also do that. Good, slowly start to walk yourself back up. You can bring your legs to cross in front of you. Reach your arms back behind you. Interlace your fingers, and then push your palms down towards the floor. Really opening the front of the chest here. Good, and then coming back to center, bring both knees in towards your chest. Coming onto your back. We'll move into a supine spinal twist. Keeping your right knee in towards your chest, send your left toes long. Good, and then exhale your right knee over your left side body. Reach your right fingertips long out to the side. And then let gravity sink you down into your mat. Maybe sending your gaze over your right fingertips. Good, and then come back to center. Bring your left knee in towards your chest. Your right toes go long out in front of you. Tight squeeze of your left knee in before you send it over your right body. Your left arm can come out to a T. And then take this to your degree. Good, and then coming back to center. Bring both knees in towards your chest. Reach down for your big toes, moving into happy baby. Maybe rocking from side to side. Awesome, and then coming back and towards center. Bring your heels to your mat, about hips width distance. And then bring your right ankle over your left knee. You can either stay here if you want, maybe pushing that right knee away from you, or you can grab around to the back of the left thigh and then bring that left leg in towards you to really feel a stretch in the right outer hip. Sorry about that. Good. Exhale that left toe back to the mat. Bring your right foot down. This time taking it on the other side. Left ankle over right knee. And then taking this to your degree. Good. Exhale both feet down to the mat. You have some time here to take any other poses that I might not have brought you through. We'll have about a minute, and then we'll move into our breathing meditation before we move into Shavasana. Maybe you want to take a quick bridge pose. Maybe you want to just bring the knees together and let them rest. Or bringing your feet together, letting your knees fall out to the sides. And when you're ready, you can stay in whatever position you're in. You can bring your hands to your stomach, one to your stomach and one to your chest. We're gonna do 4-second breath in, 4-second hold, and then 4 seconds exhale. I'll be counting you through this. If it feels better to be sitting up for you for this kind of breath work, feel free to do that. I'll be seated just so that you guys can hear me a little better. Then the focus is to really expand the belly as you breathe in. On your inhale, breathing through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 3, 2, 1. Hold 3, 2, 1. Exhale 3, 2, 1. Inhale 3, 2, 1. Hold 3, 2, 1. Exhale 3, 2, 1. Inhale 3, 2, 1. Hold 3, 2, 1. Exhale 3, 2, 1. Moving into our Shavasana, you can let your arms and legs extend long. Arms coming out to the sides. Letting your feet fall to the outsides, fully relaxing into your mat. Feeling the muscles of your face relax. Muscles of your neck relax. And then taking the last few moments of class here to be fully present, to rest. You have the option to stay here as long as you want, knowing you're in your own home and maybe nothing to bother you after this. If you want to end class with everyone, you can start to wiggle your toes and your fingers, waking up the body. And then inhale, long body stretch. Arms come over your head. Stretching from fingertip to toes. Long body stretch. And exhale, bringing your knees in towards your chest, still on your back. Then slowly rolling off onto one side. Coming into a fetal position. And then slowly and gently making your way up to a seated position. Your legs can come crossed or out in front of you. Your hands to your knees, or they can come to touch in front of your heart. Bringing in a wave of gratitude for the opportunity to meet online to practice yoga today in this uncertain and confusing time, knowing that we always have our body and our breath and movement to come back to. Namaste.